So me and the Yaki Emo man have started developing quite the relationship. Anyways, I just went and bought a full bag of potatoes, as I do. You know why? Because recently, when was it? I feel like it was probably since... Oh. Do you hear his beckoning? His beckoning call. Yes, I always respond. And so today we've got our full bag of Yaki Imo, which brings me some of the most joy in my life. What was I saying? It's been since maybe Setsubun. So that is February 3rd. I believe it was that weekend. Not I believe. It was because I went to the Yoshida Matsuri and was really upset because the Chinese ladies at the Yaki Imo stall at the Matsuri, I felt like ripped me off. And so I was really upset, which is why when I heard him come at night, I went and bought potatoes and it really just lifted my spirits, as Yaki Imo do. Literally since that night, I swear he's come every week. Which is crazy because in the 5 years I've lived here, well, maybe the 3 years I've lived in this building, there has been no consistency in the arrival of the Yaki Imo man until, this past however many weeks it's been. So right now it's March 9th, wherever it is. So it's been 4 or 5 weeks of him consistently coming, which is crazy because my whole life, I thought when you live in Japan, you just have access to a Yaki Imo man, in your hood. I just thought each hood had their own Yaki Imo man. And so no one was ever, in need of Yaki Imo because they were, sufficiently supplied. But that is not the case, y'all. Yaki Imo are hard to come by, especially ones that are, consistently delicious. So this man, he's been coming since, February 3rd. And each weekend, on Saturdays, I hear him around this time. Right now, it's 6 p.m. And I've heard his the call of his cart since maybe 5:30. So maybe he comes for an hour now, but usually it's not so long. In the past, previous weeks, I feel like it was closer to 7 he was around, but now he's here kind of early. Anyways, the important thing is I've been going every week because, as I mentioned, supply of delicious and consistent Yaki Imo is important in my life. So every time he comes, I buy. He's got his bags are custom made. Yaki Imo Roketsu. And he puts his Insta on the front, which is so helpful. Because the first time I bought was actually maybe the second time I'd ever seen him or bought from him. I went to his Insta. And you can request where you want him to bring his cart, where you want him to show up. Because I assume he's all around Kyoto. So for him to come where you are, chances are slim. I'll link man's Insta down below in the description box if y'all actually live in Kyoto and you want to actually hit him up and be yo, come to my area. Because he will. You're welcome. Can you see this? The golden nectar dripping from my potatoes. These potatoes are top tier. I don't know how to explain to you how good they are. First, can you see the bulk? I have large hands. My hands are very large. I can't, fold. They're enormous potatoes. So this man's deal, the price of his potatoes is his best deal is 3번 for 1000 yen. Oh, so 1번 is 300. 1번 is 400. One potato is 400 yen, or you can get 3 for 1,000 yen. So I usually get the 3 because why would I buy less? But since the last week I went, which I think was 2 weeks ago, he's been giving me 4 potatoes for my 1000 yen, for my 1,000 yen. He's 1번 service there. So he gives me one for free just because I keep coming. And he keeps recognizing me. Since the second week, he was oh, it's you, you're back. And I was oh, oboitemasu. You remember me? And he's of course, because all Japanese people, when they see me, are going to remember, because I am like the only black person who continues to like show up in their life and just like cause turbulence, like visually in their lives. So he's like, yeah, I remember you. And so since this is the second time now he's giving me one potato for free, because I just keep going. He's still here. Do you hear him calling? Like, I'm tempted to go out and buy another 4, but I can't eat them fast enough. Anyways, what we're talking about now is like these potatoes, the quality is so... Okay, so tomorrow's grocery shopping day. So I'm going to go all the way to Izumiya, which is a grocery store where they sell yaki imo, like, regularly, every day. And I was like, oh, I won't buy, like, yaki imo from the yaki imo man today because I'm going to go to Izumiya and get potatoes. And I thought for another 2 seconds, and I was like, why would I do that when I know that the quality of potatoes from Roketsu-san is, like, always top tier? Like, I've never had a sweet potato. Like, the best sweet potatoes I've ever had in my entire life, like, in Japan, taste like this. And he makes them taste like this every time. It's incredible. When you go to the supermarket, like, it's hit or miss. Like, they're generally on the better side, but, like, sometimes they're not as good. And they're not dripping with this, like, amazing, sweet nectar, y'all. So, I don't know how the Japanese are roasting the potatoes in their little carts, but the cart method roasting is the supreme method of, like, creating yaki imo. Like, there's nothing better. Nothing even compares. So, I was like, why would I go to Izumiya tomorrow and get a potato that's, like, subpar for the same price when I can go to Roketsu-san and, like, you know, even if it costs more, pay a little more, but the quality is, like, the highest quality possible. And then now that he's giving me one for free, it's actually cheaper to go to him. So, like, what are we even, like, considering? So I went to Roketsu-san. He gave me sabisu today. I have 4 potatoes. And look at the size. This is an enormous sweet potato, y'all. Like, okay, for perspective, once again, I have large hands. The normal size of sweet potato is like this if you were to, like, go to the supermarket. So they're skinnier, longer. I can fit, like, my hand around it, right? Oh, look at that. That is telling you it's going to be so delicious. Okay? Now the massive potato I just showed you. Do you see the difference? I'm dead. So this is probably the whitest sweet potato I've ever received. And this one is on the smaller side, but, like, I'm not even mad because, like, I got one for free. And it's still going to taste better than, like, one I got from the supermarket that same size. Here's another one. This one's, like, bigger, which is awesome. When I go to the supermarket, I try to look for them to be at least this size, which, like, takes some searching. And they're piping hot. Like, my hands, y'all, they are suffering. This is the 4th potato. And here's the 4th child. All my babies are just dripping sweet nectar. I'm so excited to eat them. These are the highest quality of yaki imo in Japan. I said it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I enjoy the sweet potatoes. I'm pretty sure he, like, has started coming every week. He comes to the same corner, y'all, because he knows I live on the opposite corner. Every time he stops there, I come out and buy 1,000 yen's worth of sweet potatoes. Man's just smart. He's like, that black girl's gonna come out if I come to this corner around, like, 6 and 7 p.m. on Saturdays. Sure enough, I do. He's got me figured out. I will never stop buying these. That's all I gotta say. I'm so grateful. The yaki imo man finally comes for me regularly, which is unfortunate because I am planning to move away in the next couple months. But for now, sweet potatoes every week. Every week. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna go now. If you in Sakyoku, yaki imo man comes to the corner where Kyodai Hospital is, like, in Marutamachi, every Saturday between, like, 5 p.m. and 7. You're welcome. Enjoy your yaki imo, fam. I hope you have a fantastic day. That's all. See you in the next video. Mata na. Bye.